right, so we find ourselves back on the road again, and I am heading up to take a look at something that I really think is going to be good for the channel, good for the car. I've been talking about doing something as far as power mods to my Mustang for quite a while. There's no power mods to my Mustang done right now at all. And so I did the hood for appearance and the RTR pieces. I've done the suspension, I've done the wheels, I've done the brakes, I've done everything, the new tires. I've done everything I needed to prepare the car to handle the power that I'm gonna throw at it. Well, now is the time to start working on power mods. And so today what I'm doing is I am going up to Southern Ohio to take a look at a supercharger that a guy has on a car that he... There it is. All right, so we're gonna take this car for a drive, see how it sounds. I've never been in a ROUSH supercharged Gen 3 car. I had a 2012 with the ROUSH supercharger, but we're gonna see how that sounds. This does have the Foster's Stage 4 wine kit on it, so we'll see how that sounds here. Yeah, it's definitely quick. Definitely quick. It whines quite a bit. I like it. That's a good sound. Good sound. Guys, so that experience never really worked out. The seller and I couldn't come up with the right pricing. We couldn't get our negotiations together on the logistics of the install. So what happened was I started looking around, and I actually found a dealership that I'm here at now in Southern Ohio that I talked to, worked out in a time frame to bring my car in, and I got it here. Lebanon Ford Performance, and they're gonna install that ROUSHcharger on my car. So I'll see you guys up here in another couple days. We'll pick up the car and see how it is. Now, while the car was at Lebanon Ford Performance, they did a really good job of keeping me updated on what was going on, the status of the car, and as you see here, a progress video, as well as some progress pictures on how the process was going. I really like that. All right, guys, so we're here at Lebanon Ford Performance, and I just picked up the car. Cameron's gonna open the hood for us and let us check it out. All right, go ahead. There she is, look at that. Very cool. Yeah, it takes up some space.
It does, yeah. It's a lot of power to take up a lot of space, though.
First drive in the Mustang after the ROUSHcharger's installed. Make sure we got all the bells and whistles on. Everything going. Okay. Home programmed in. All right, let's go. All right. So, great experience with Lebanon Ford Performance. The guys really kept me updated on the project. Kept me updated on everything that they were doing, the timeline, sent me pictures and video. They did a really good job. Very happy with how it looks. Said this is the first drive. I've never even driven it. But I'm excited. You know, you get a little bit of wine, a little bit of cheese. So, here we go. Yep, get squirrely. Sure. Got it in sport mode. Drives fairly smooth. You really don't know that the supercharger's there. They got the rev match on. You don't know that the supercharger's there just driving around normal until you get probably 50% throttle, and then it really kicks in. So, yeah, the rev match is definitely on. I usually don't roll with rev match, just daily driving, honestly. It's not something I really kept on all the time. But here we go. Yeah, it's quick. with the air vents on the hood that you'd get a little bit more whine out of it. I don't really notice that, honestly. Of course, I wasn't all the way into the throttle either, being this is the first time I've driven it. So a little bit of break-in process maybe, and then I'll get on it. But I can definitely tell the power difference. It's definitely quick. Highly recommended. So gonna get home and we're gonna put on the other parts and pieces that I wanted to put onto this. The GT500 strut tower brace, as well as the oil separators that I bought to put on here as well. So let's get home and start taking some pictures of this car, getting it cleaned up. It's a little dirty. It's been sitting outside a little bit. So we'll get it cleaned up, get those other parts put on, and get you guys some more footage and some more reaction videos. But I can tell you right now, for what I paid for this, which was not a lot, I'll tell you that, it's definitely a good purchase. So good purchase. All right, guys, we'll see you when we get home. Man. All right, guys, so we got the car home after the ROUSHcharger install. You can see that the GT500 strut tower bar does fit over that. Sorry about the sun, it's kind of glaring in our face there, but the GT500 strut tower bar does fit over the Roush. With my Cervini's hood, I have no problem closing that, so that's what it looks like, as you can see there. This is the Mishimoto Reservoir for the radiator, for the coolant. As you can see right here, it's got a little corner that's making contact with the rubber hose from the ROUSHcharger, so that's no go. So what we did was we picked up the Mishimoto tank. It's got the angles on the side here, so that'll kind of help that area there. It also has the fill eye on the side. Also sitting here, you see the UPR Catch-cans. This is both the passenger and the driver's side. So we're gonna get those installed today as well. So here we go. All right, so that is installed just like that, easy, 2 bolts. You're gonna want to keep these 2 lines higher than the tank to keep the fluid in the tank. Once you get these 2 bolts out, you can lift the tank once these 2 are in your drain bucket, and it'll drain all the fluid out as much as possible. And then you can tilt this on its side and get the one out that's on the bottom. But anyway, that's in there. You can see quite a bit better. It's not making contact at all right now. So there is how that sits and how it looks. So let's move on to the other piece, the oil separator. You got to take out these pins, take the radiator cover off, because we got to get back in through here to mount the passenger side catch can. It's actually going to sit right here, but to mount it we got to get up in there. So I recommend taking this off with these push pins, pull that off, and then we'll go from there. All right, now once you get that out, then you can take out the 10mm bolt that's here, and you're going to put in, this is a 13mm bolt head that they have, and this is where you're going to mount your catch can right here that they have for you right there. All right, so once you get your oil separator can in place right here like this, then the next thing to do is to remove this and this piece here. These pieces come out. You're going to remove this clip right here, and you're going to plug this line right here, because we're not going to use it anymore, and we'll do something more with these. And once that's removed, they do give you this UPR plug to plug this here, and then you'll slide that over, and you'll just tuck this back out of the way, up and over, so over here somewhere, because we're not going to use that going forward. All right, next is to connect the side of the catch can with the hose that has the check valve in it to the side of the supercharger right here. Okay, if you ever have to get this off, you're gonna have to come up from underneath and pinch it off to pull it, but that's how that's gonna go. So it's got the check valve in there, right down inside of there, and then it's got your other hose that's going to go right into there. Okay, that's the way it goes. Now this one is going to connect to the PCV here, to the top of it right here. Okay, probably going to be a shorter one right here like this. Nope, that ain't going to be it. It's going to be a longer one. So a longer one will connect right there, and it'll connect down to here. All right, so on this side, I did things a little different because I have the GT500 strut tower bar. But this side goes up and around, it's supposed to come up underneath that. I did it on top, because what I plan to do is I plan to mount my UPR Catch-can right here on my strut tower bar for the GT500, and it'll sit right there basically. You see there, this side comes up underneath here and goes up on this side of the intake right over here. You can see right there on that lower piece into the side, and the top piece goes into the PCV, the valve cover right here. It comes out and around on top, and it's gonna mount basically right there like that for me. So that's the way it's gonna look. So there it is, guys. That's how the engine bay is gonna look for a little while. Looks pretty nice. I love that GT500 brace on there. Looks really good. Plenty of space up underneath, as you can see there, along the backside and everything. So shouldn't have any issues at all. So there's how it looks. Another good install.